sound like a broken piano. Oh, babe, I'm losing my manners. I'm on the stage while you at home saying hi. If I could just see you tonight.
What up, I'm Zay from Des Moines. We make music. I feel like as of right now, bro, it's just like everything is music. I feel like right now, outside of work, spending time with the people that matter the most. But other than that, I feel like if I'm not working, it's just like straight to the music. Cause like that's the thing with this house is like someone's always making something. So it's like even if you're feeling tired or unmotivated that day, we're really trying to make moves these next months. We're gonna try to do as much as we can. So just having someone, cause like even just meeting for like that little time of the day, bro, just feels good, you know? It just feels like we're actually doing something with it. It feels like we're actually like any group of person, like friends or anyone, like should have that time where you meet up. Cause it's just like, it just shows that you all have trust in each other and you can all meet up and like be serious about something that you're all working towards. Sometimes it's hard to be the person to tell yourself that you have to be on your shit. So like having 3 other people at the same time on top of yourself, you just have better chances. If you write something down, I don't know the percent for sure, but it's like it's a way higher percent that you'll get that thing done if it's like visually written out. Honestly, no, I feel like honestly growing up, it was pretty hard to get like motivated just in general or to like actually make something happen. But I feel like I just started seeing things like that more. I just wanted to try it and like I just realized that it actually helped. By me doing that, just writing it down gave me way more of a chance to actually do the thing. So I feel like I really started like full on probably like right around now, a year and a half ago. It's a combination of like, I think it was a combination in seeing what other artists can do for people. Like I feel like I just had certain songs and like I realized how much music like inspired me and like moved me in life and how much emotion it brought out of me. Ever since I felt that someone else can make you feel that sort of way just through music, I was like, yeah, like I want to make people feel that. I think also just like pain, bro. Like just like straight just pain just makes you like creatively want to get something out of you, you know? Like I just feel like I had shit to say. I always made music in like funny ways and like parodies and like, I mean not like parodies, but like joke raps and shit with like friends and stuff. But then there was a time where like after I made a few, I made one song where it was like, bro, this is kind of good. And then like I showed some people and they were like, wait, this is low-key kind of good. So then I just started like making more here and there, bouncing back and forth. Like, is this good? Is this not? Kind of showing people, seeing if it was good or not. But my main thing with when I make a song is I feel like when I saw that song, it gave me chills, you know, like that full body chill feeling. I was like, I want to do this for someone else. That's a crazy feeling to get from a song, bro. So like I physically won't drop a song or release a song to the like public if it doesn't give me that. Cause like mostly every song that I've dropped on platforms and like have proceeded to actually like get out there, it gave me that like deep feeling where I was like, whoa, that gave me chills. That made me feel some sort of way. Cause like if it doesn't make you feel some sort of way, it's not gonna make someone else feel some sort of way. Like, I mean, it might, but like realistically, if it impacted you that much, it's bound to do that to a fat number of people. I was really surprised on how many people actually like listen to it, you know, like actually listen to it front to back. And like the weird thing is I feel like a lot of the people that did that didn't even tell me they did it, you know? Like there was a lot of people who said they listened to it, but those aren't the ones who are like really impacted. The ones who are really impacted and like felt something from it, low-key kept it to themselves that they even listened to it. And then I would talk to them and they'd be like, bro, like, this was literally my #1 album this year. Like, that shit's like my Bible. Like I just like that's like I just literally like I just listen to that shit when I wake up. It really is crazy, and it is crazy how big it is because like just like normal things like showering and other like cooking, you know, if you have music on while you're doing those things, it just makes it so much better. Cooking, dude, you can turn on some like Frank Sinatra while you're cooking. How you feel so damn like you feel nice, bro. You feel nice. It just hits. Growing up, it was a huge range of music. It was just a very big range of music. I feel like the first couple of songs that I really was on which were what it was actually like Bob Marley. My parents just had me on Bob Marley as like a little dude. I was just always listening to that type of stuff. And then we lived in Colorado too. So it was a lot of like folk music and like mountain stuff. Just like really peaceful, like indie type music. So I feel like I got like a deep soft side for music there. And then when I grew up, I had a couple more friends and like started getting into more stuff and like activities and sports. And I feel like that's when I got more into rap stuff. And in middle school and stuff though, X was a huge one for me. I listened to like a lot of sad music. Like it was mostly sad. It's always just been hard for me to find that energy to listen to like hype music sometimes. Definitely Peep, X, like Mac, which is crazy saying all three of those, and all three of those dudes aren't even here. But those are three mains in middle school. Maybe that's what it did, bro. Maybe that's why I was so sad. It was like I had the artists that I fuck with, and then it's like, oh. I just always have been more towards like that really slow, like sad shit. So then when like there's an artist Joji. Once I found Joji, bro, it was over. He made my mind think in a whole different way. Cause his music's like not like it's such a different genre, bro. He involves so many different pieces of music and then puts it into one song every time, and it just makes no sense. So I feel like when I loved all those different artists, I just try to put my music as like a combination of like every genre. Cause like when I would listen to artists, the main thing that would surprise me is like how their music sounds and like how different it can be from other stuff, you know? Because there's like genres, then you got that huge amount of artists who are like the basic in that genre. But then you have artists who are like slowly trying to progress that sound of the genre. And like those people who are like further and further and are into like making some total new sound, I feel like that's my goal a lot, is to like always make a song that's like does not like it sounds like this, but you also sound like this guy. And like for some reason I'm getting this too. Cause like I'll always hear that. I'll hear people say like 3, but like so like wishy-washy. Bro, just like so many different vibes in one song. Yeah, dude, I feel like I'm telling you, I feel like what people make is based off their energy, bro. Like, yes, some people can fake it. When you listen to someone's music, that's like what they're going through. That's like how they feel. Like during that album, when I dropped that album and made that album, I don't think I physically could make these songs that I make now. Cause like my body just like wasn't there to do that, you know? Like I just like physically was not there. I feel like if people look at your videos, they can tell when you're like feeling good, and then they can tell when like something's up, you know? I don't think I physically could have made like a fast hype song. And there's only like 1 or 2 of those on the album. The idea on that album, I already had a whole different like list of songs for that album way back, like probably like 6 months before it even dropped. I had like a whole different order, a whole different like list of songs, and just like throughout me working on it, it just like fully changed. Just changing so much and so fast when I was trying to make it and drop it. So it was just like there was so much going on that like it couldn't have been what it was before, you know? There's just a whole nother project that never got dropped really, I feel like the early shit. There's like a whole nother like 9 songs. Like I think I kept like 1 song on the actual album. But at the time I was like, yeah, this is the album. And I was showing people in cars and stuff like, this is what's on it. And then it came like one of those songs was actually on it. I go through these weeks of feeling so different that like I was so fully set on this album that's already like done, basically another 10 songs. I was like fully set. I was like, yep, let's drop this. I'm ready. And now it's like 2 weeks later and I want to change like 4 or 5 of them. I feel like at this point, there's a little bit of a lack of appreciation for a project like that. So it's just like, if I'm going to drop it, I want it to be just like fucking perfect, you know? Like if it's going to go out and people click on it and take their time, that shit needs to be perfect. Like I'm very indecisive. Yeah. I love doing shows. There's nothing I more love than like doing shows. There's nothing I love more than doing shows. Is that what I said? I said that backwards. Bro, either way, I feel like I first started doing shows before I really started even doing music fully. It was still when I was making some of those songs that people were like, yeah, I fuck with it kind of. So this was before I was even like I think I want to fully dive into this, you know? I was with Joel, and Joel had a few friends back then that did it, and they were like, yeah, we're performing at Vela Air Ballroom. First one was in Fort Dodge. He's like, yeah, I get you a slot this weekend or something. I was like, okay. So I don't know, dude. When he said that, my gut, like, it was just straight gut hit the floor, like mad butterflies. Just like, damn, dude. Wait, now I actually have to do it. I said yes, because he kind of came up and he was like, dude, your songs are crazy. You trying to perform this weekend? It was like that weekend, so in like 3 days. No, this is before I even like really was doing music yet. I don't even think I had anything out yet. And he was like, you trying to perform this Saturday? And I was like, what? I didn't even say what. I was like, yeah. Because at the time, like, I just was looking up to him. Like, damn, you've been doing this. So I had like 2 or 3 days before the show. So like before the show, I made a really nice song that I could like open it with. And
you had a brand new song for the show.
Yeah, just for the show. Because like how I make music, bro, I'm just in a different mentality now. A few days later, that's a whole different mindset on the music. Because like now I'm performing. So like I'm gonna make shit that's gonna make people go crazy and jump and like move in the crowd. I'm not gonna come with all the sad shit. They're gonna like I still play like a lot of sad music that was like really I feel like people were like, what the fuck? I'm like psychedelic, sad music, spacious ass shit, and like the first one was hype and then it was just like got like depressing. But that's the thing though, is like it stood out to people after they were like, yo, like, what the fuck? Like that was crazy, dude. Like,
got people talking about it.
Yeah, because usually they're just used to the same shit. And like, if I'm going up there, they're just like, oh, it's gonna be some, like, I don't know, I've never seen this guy. It's probably gonna be some horrible rap or something, but a little flavor. So that was cool, but I was very nervous at first because I had never done that. And I was like horrible at public speaking. Like, yeah, bro. In high school, like public speaking class, so I would be sweating, dude. That shit got me so nervous. And the worst part was like, it's a group full of friends. Like it's a group full of all the people you went to high school with. Like, you know these people, you see them every day. But then once it's like you gotta like perform in front of the class and like give a presentation, it just hits different, bro. And you're just like, oh god, dude, it was the best thing ever because I had so many friends there. I think that first show I had more friends come than like any other show. Friends with so many groups of people, and I asked them to come and they were just like yes. But then once I started doing music more, like, yeah, I still have like a pretty big group of friends that come to it, but it's like a different group of friends, you know?
A new crowd.
Yeah, it's a fully new like music collective crowd of like individuals who like do creative stuff and stuff like that. But like that first concert was just a bunch of fucking people that like, some of them I went to high school with, some of them like they're just like a bunch of random friends, you know? But it was crazy because like after I saw them all there, not nervous at all. I was just ready to like have them have a good time. And honestly, like ever since like those first couple of performances, I got out of the nerve of performing because you're there to do a show. You know, like you're there to put on a show. They're not expecting you to come out nervous. They're not expecting you to come out like all the things you think about what they're gonna think about you. They're just ready for a show, bro. When you go somewhere, you're ready to see something happen. So like at least like go crazy. Yeah, it was really just a couple shows, and then I was just like, let's make these people feel something tonight. I feel like that's my main thing too, is just like giving people that motivation that come to the shows and just like make them switch up or like make them like focus on one thing or like slow them down for a little bit and be like, wait, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing in life? I think my favorite performance so far was a smaller show in Ames. It was one at Estos. And it was just so cool because we like basically set up the show ourselves in a city, in like a huge college town, right in like the main area with all the bars. We have some friends that go to Iowa State and they like rented the speakers and stuff from like their equipment spot. So we just rented equipment, brought it to the bar, set it up, had our show that night. And like, I feel like that was such a good show. So many good people were there. And Louis, that was like basically Louis and I's show too. And bro, there was one point in it where we had one song that like everyone was just like having such a good time. And I just remember just being up there with Louis, just looking at each other like, bro, like, yeah, like, this is it, dude. We just hit like a key point in what we want to do because it was just pure joy, bro. It was just everyone in the crowd was vibing and like crazy. Half the crowd like knew the song too. So it was just like loud and they were moving. My realest song. Damn. Let me look quick. My realest song. I think Bittersweet Goodbye is definitely one of the, that whole album is very real. Bittersweet Goodbye is spot on. Like that whole section, bro. Like, Ground Myself, Better Than This, Cigs, Candles, Bittersweet Goodbyes. Like that whole collection is like straight, just raw emotion. Yeah, like I don't know if one means more than the other. I feel like that's why I kind of made it a project to make it more of like one piece. Because like they're all so real that I wouldn't put one over another. That whole thing. Other than that, ones that are like aren't dropped, that probably will never drop, where it's like I recorded, and why would I ever record? Why did this happen? like this is. You have those one songs, bro. I know every artist has that song where they said some shit where it's like, yeah, nah, like, this can never come out. This is just almost like a therapy session in the mic, bro. And you're just saying shit you thought you'd never say, and then you're like, nah, I can't ever have this. You definitely finish songs, and you just know when they're for you and when they're for people. Faith, man. Faith has always been an interesting thing for me. Like, growing up, I never went to church, and I was never in like a very... Louis, man. It's Trey. We're doing an interview.
Where the fuck are y'all?
We're on the set, bro.
Why are you trying to look light-skinned right now?
What?
That's so funny. You look light-skinned as hell right now.
I don't know what that means, bro. I don't know what he's talking about. Bro, I've always been confused with faith. I've never had something that was fully like this is what you should believe in. My parents never were fully deeply into like a specific faith. So it just led me like trying to figure out what to believe in growing up. I always just like told myself that I believed in like God, or that there was a God, but I didn't fully understand or know really who that was yet. And I feel like that's something that I'm still trying to figure out and like learning daily. And I feel like that helps with relationships that I have and people that I'm meeting to understand more. But I feel like faith is definitely something that I'm like still on the search for and still trying to understand. But like I believe so deeply in a higher power and a God that daily you need to pay respects to and be like beyond grateful and thankful for. Every day I just practice being beyond thankful and grateful for everything I have, and just learning more about what other people believe and other people's faith, because everyone has different faith. So like I just like hearing what people have and what lessons and stories they have to move on to me to use in my life daily to just improve everything that I do. The biggest challenge is gonna be becoming logically delusional. Like becoming so delusional that you are believing in yourself to an extent of like people think you're crazy. Because what I'm doing right now, this is a dream and that's insane, and you want to be a #1 artist in the world. That's crazy. But like if you are doing that, you have to believe that from day one. You're never going to get there. Like you have to believe in yourself to a scary extent. Like you're your own universe and everything's revolving around you and what you think and what you do daily. So like you have to do is like believe in yourself every time. And like, bro, you gotta be delusional that you are the best. Even if you're not the best, like you still gotta think you are. So I feel like that's gonna be the hardest thing for any artist getting started, is they're not gonna improve in any way if they don't see themselves beyond high. They're just not gonna improve in what they're doing. They're gonna hit a limit and not be able to go up anymore if they just think they're average. Just consistently obsessed with yourself hitting your goal and your dream. You have to be obsessed with it. So if you're not obsessed with it and you're not obsessed with the thought of you being there and getting to that limit or above that limit, there's no point of you even doing it, Yeah, I definitely had people that supported it and people that loved it, but it's really hard to believe that or like feel that from someone. So I feel like no matter what, it still comes down to yourself. But I definitely have like a whole lot of supporters and a whole lot of people that like push it on and help it go and like remind me that it's there, you know. But like that's why I'm beyond thankful for someone like Louis, because like that's just how we bounce off each other, like by reminding each other that we're doing this shit. Because it'll happen every week, bro. Like, every week, Louis and I will just randomly have like a 2-hour, 3-hour rant. Like I'm talking like just 3 hours of just ranting about how we're gonna make it and things we're doing to make it there. And like it's literally just 3 hours of just hype talk. It's just strict manifestation, basically. Something just takes over our body and we just talk for 3 hours straight about all the things we're gonna get and all the things we're gonna be there and all the things we'll be doing, how we're gonna do it, visualizing, getting hyped and playing our songs, acting like we're fucking performing, visualizing, like just weekly, bro. That's what we're doing every day. Like that's crazy, I think. Because right there, bro, that's a tool that like, a lot of people do not have. You can manifest and you can be so, you can think so much that you're going to do this thing. But until like you're actually, it just adds a whole other sense to it when you're doing it with someone. And like you're both visualizing the same thing, bro. The chances are just so much higher that that stuff's going to come even sooner. If you're visualizing and doing that weekly, you low-key do need the other person. You need people. You do need someone that reminds you why you're doing it, how you're doing it, when you're doing it. You need that person to remind yourself. Definitely. And you need people like you that are like coming and like making the time. When I see how much you believe in yourself, that you would take the time to believe in me, that gives me crazy motivation, you know? Like to see someone at a high level of you believe in me, bro, right there, that's already someone else where it's like, this is worth it. Like, this is it. Something that's always stuck with me is you can always make more money. You can make more time. You always got to put real moments and real spent time above some stuff, because you can always make more money, bro. You can always do that. But some things you just can't make that time up. So like having that time with that person or doing these things with these people or just, you know, spending that time, you can't get those days back. And I feel like that's something like daily that I think about is like getting time back with people, you know? The benefits you have of having positive intentions in your thoughts every day, dude, is like insane. Bro, that's like ever since I started, that was in my bio, because the impact that has on your life is wild. Because I will have months where I have like just a bad mindset, you know? Like my head's just not straight that month. It's just so many different places and I'm not thinking right. And like I'm not telling people that it shows, but internally, bro, I'm seeing how much it's affecting that month if I'm not on those positive like thoughts and intentions. It's crazy. But it takes a person to like understand and realize that that's happening. I feel like most people won't ever even get to the point where they're even thinking, am I having positive or negative intentions throughout my day? Most people are just going to live their whole life and not even comprehend if they're doing that. Like, they're not even going to care, most people. But if you do care, that shit's got to be positive, because good energy, positive energy, same thing's going to come back to you. Negative energy, same thing's going to come back to you, bro. The world's all based off energies, all energy. Yeah, okay, that too, bro, that too. A huge one is like everything happens for a reason. Bro, everything happens for a reason. That's probably like my number one thing. I'm not going to throw that in my bio though, but like everything happens for a reason, bro. Like you might not know it at the time. And like that's what's so sad when people get so caught up in their shit or like so depressed or just so lost, bro. It's so sad to see, because like you know that you can get out of that. It's just all on your mindset. Because like shit can happen to you, but it's how you react to it, bro. And everyone reacts so differently. So like you just never know. And that's why it's like you never know when people are going through it. So it's just so sad when people can't get out of that. Because like it's there, bro. It's right there. It's literally right there. Like, it literally might just be tomorrow. It might be tomorrow that you feel better. It might be like
It's next second, bro. Like for real.
it could be the next second. Like it's just, you just gotta keep going for a little bit longer, bro, and then it's just you're there. But it always gets better. Even the worst shit that I've gone through or like dealt with, I found a way to understand that like it happened for a reason. Even the most uncomprehendable things that shouldn't happen for some reason. It made me think a certain way so that I think this way now towards everything else, towards life, you know? Like, the experiences you go through, that experience that you go through 2 years ago might not affect you until 15 years later down the line. But like 15 years later, bro, it happened for a reason. Like, you might not know when, but it changed you. It made you understand something that you hadn't understood. So I feel like that's huge. Like, dragonflies just always have like followed me. You know, I don't know how to, I mean, I don't know why I say you know, because why would you know? But like, dragonflies have like a very spiritual meaning to me. Always kind of caught my eye and been there in situations that were very interesting. Like, this is really weird that a dragonfly is here right now type, like, yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah, like, I'm very deep into like that spiritual like zone of paying attention. You know, paying attention, remembering stuff, paying attention, catching the signs, understanding the signs. Because I've had huge moments where I've seen certain numbers and I've like read up on them and understood what they meant and like got a feel for what that means. And then when that number keeps popping up, like, I can understand what's going on. And like, there's been times where certain signs have popped up where it's like, whoa, this is like scary relatable. Like, there's just been too many to where I hit a point where I'm like, yeah, this is not a coincidence. Like, stuff like that definitely got me into like praying more and just getting more into myself and taking that time to like just pray, you know? That definitely opened up that. If I gotta say something to the world, just slow down, be grateful. Amazing blessings are coming. Like, so much is coming for you. You don't even understand how much amazingness and good stuff is coming. You just gotta keep your head up. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say you want to keep your head up, but like, slow down, focus on your loved ones, focus on the people that care about you. Don't fall into temptation and just other bullshit, you know? Just stay away from bullshit, because you got one chance at this life. You have one chance, so don't like fuck it up, dude. Don't fuck this shit up. Do dumb shit. Like, have a purpose, slow down, realize what you want to do, and do what makes you happy. Also, that should be number one too. Like, that's something I learned. That's like probably the main thing I learned this year was do what makes you happy. You know? Do what makes you happy. What the fuck are you doing if you're not doing what makes you happy? Just slow down. Do what makes you happy. Figure that shit out. That's it, bro.
There was a lack of flights last year. I used to spend my time in skies when I started open eye. Oh, so now you like it. Won't flow up, but I took caution. 18 steps, now I'm feeling what those eyes meant.